Hey, welcome to another episode of Black Ice 73. I am Black Ice 73. Hey, on this episode, we're talking about why the Democrats attacking Bernie Sanders. 4 years ago, Bernie Sanders went head on with Hillary Clinton, the Democrat nominee for president. And we learned after that the Democratic Party or Democratic Committee was supporting Hillary Clinton. They were doing everything they could for her to get the nominee and not Bernie Sanders, which they supposed to be independent. I'm sorry about this. A little bit. Which they supposed to be independent, but they wasn't showing no independence. They were gaining up on Bernie Sanders. And once again, 4 years later, they're doing the same thing. They scared. Bernie Sanders leading the polls. They ain't think Bernie Sanders had supporters. Joe Biden, you see him, saw him yesterday. If you seen the news, you saw him yesterday when he was showing his first question when he was talking to the CBS reporter who asked him, "Hey, I thought you and Bernie Sanders squashed this. I thought y'all was like, hey, we cool now. But now why you doing attack ads on Bernie Sanders?" And he said, "Didn't Bernie Sanders apologize?" He said like 3 times. "Didn't Bernie Sanders apologize to Joe Biden, not Joe Biden. Joe Biden turned around, looking all frustrated. He would put his hands on the man, not in a physical, like he called himself. He like, calm down, man. Calm down. Don't be stressed out. That man wasn't stressed out. He was asking Joe Biden a question. And both Joe Biden didn't like the question. He talking about, yes, we apologize to each other, but we apologize about one thing. We apologize about the other one. So now this article, this was released. Let me see who released it. I think it was. I want to get on their props because I'm about to use this thing. I'm on Media It. And I think the article, no, this record, this audio came from MSNBC. And Obama, former campaign manager, saying he don't think Bernie Sanders is the right. He wouldn't. He don't think Bernie Sanders would be the right person to go against Trump. I'm gonna let you play. I'm gonna let you hear some of this audio. Then I'll come back and read some of this article.
First of all, those numbers against who beats Trump is exactly what you feel voters most care about right now, and those are the numbers that can be depended on. But what about youth voters? Can they be depended on not just to show their opinions, but to show up at the polls?
It is the great question. When you start to look at modeling who's going to be the electorate in this primary, the question is who's going to actually turn out to vote in this election. I think those numbers Mika showed are absolutely stunning because over 50% of voters under 30 favor a candidate over 70 years old. You add up Bernie, Elizabeth, and Biden, and they're over 50% among young candidates. It says that electability matters. It says that issues matter. This has always been Bernie's big calling card, that he could get the youth out. You know, we just had the highest turnout in a midterm election in 100 years with young voters. The question is, are these folks coming in a very big way? And if they do, it'll change the electoral math.
You know, what's interesting and understandable, I think, about those numbers among millennials is the devotion to Bernie Sanders is clearly understandable, in large part, I think, because of his consistency over the years on issues. They value consistency, makes him unlike other, in their minds, politicians. Yeah. And don't underestimate the fact that Bernie, a lot of what he says, the message is basically, you can live your life for free. We'll have free college tuition. We'll have free this. We'll forgive you student debts. It's a powerful message.
It is, but in the general election, it's a message that I think is going to get him killed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's the worst candidate in a general election for exactly that reason.
You think Bernie's the worst candidate?
Oh, I don't think there's a question about it. I think it's very clear to me that with these swing voters that I care about, the Trump-Obama voters in the Midwestern states, Bernie Sanders is not the candidate we need to beat Donald Trump in November.
That is absolutely ludicrous, saying Bernie Sanders is the worst candidate. They did that same crap last year when they wanted Hillary. 4 years ago when they wanted Hillary Clinton to be the presidential nominee for the Democrats. Now they're attacking Bernie before he would. The last two, they scared because they see the state. I know, but he leading the polls up there. They said this is right now. People fighting for second place. That's how far Bernie is in the poll. The Democrats are afraid of that. Democrats are telling Bernie is promising people what people really want. You have millions of students every year go to college, and they have to deal with student loan. Bernie telling them like, hey, and he been saying this. This ain't nothing new either. He been saying it for the longest. If I come president, I'm gonna do away with student loan. Cause he believe everybody in the United States should be able to go to college. Everyone. That's what Bernie believe. And his medical what he want to do for Medicare in the country. He believe everybody in the country should be getting medical coverage. Free medical coverage. Instead of like myself. I pay roughly, round off, I pay roughly $4,000 a year for medical coverage. And then on top of that, they had this deductible thing. Like, man, I forgot how much I pay for dental. But Bernie's saying, look at countries that make way less than the United States. For example, look at Cuba. Everyone in Cuba can go to college for free. Everyone. Medical school for free. It's Cuba. A little small island off of the United States. I think it's east of the United States. Southeast of the United States. Everybody go to college for free. Look at Canada. Our northern cousins, everybody get free medical. I ain't said some of them. I ain't said the rich. Everyone receive free medical in Canada. So we have countries all around us with our people. When I say our people, I'm talking about our people, the whole United States, who having free medical and having free education. And we, in our churches, and us, have roughly had to pay $40,000 or more for our children to get a college degree. $40,000 for our children to get a college degree. And that just rounding it off. It's more in some cases. It's calling what school you go to. That could be $40,000 a year. Yeah, what we consider second world, third world countries have a better system than we do, than the United States do. And Bernie Sanders just want our people, the American people, to have the same option as countries, our neighboring countries. And now they call him Crazy Bernie. And they concerned that the youth, talking about they concerned the youth, that he had the most, the youth see him more as a perfect candidate, and they're afraid of that. I'm gonna read some of this article. The article start off. Former Obama campaign manager Jim Meeson said that independent Vermont senator and Democrat president candidate Bernie Sanders is the worst candidate. Fully from the truth. Not even close. The Democrats could select to run against President Donald Trump. He said he the worst Democrat to select to run against President Trump. But y'all had Hillary Clinton last year. She ain't beat Donald Trump. Y'all thought she was the best. Y'all think Joe Biden is the best with his record, his policy? Donald Trump gonna whoop Joe Biden behind if Joe Biden is the president candidate for the Democratic Party. And then with Elizabeth Warren, how John Teen attacked a Bernie, she gonna fall into that darn category. Like she gonna get Bernie too. So you got to be careful. Got to be careful. Then Senator Sanders' recent surge in his Senator Sanders recent God darn, I can't get this junk out. Recent surge in some polls appears to be alarming to some Democrats like Jim, who appeared on Thursday morning edition of MSNBC Morning Joe to discuss a recent survey of young voters that shows Sanders with a huge lead over the Democratic competition. Oh shit, I'm wrong. The Democratic competitors and Trump. Jim pointed out that young people are historically less likely to vote, but concede that if millennials voters turn out in large number, it would change the election electoral math. But he argued that Sanders, on his program like free college tuition, is a message I think is going to get him killed in the general election. I don't think so. You think about it. Republican children go to college too. If Bernie said the right thing for them, they like what he's saying, they can turn and vote on Bernie's side. You know what? It was a low turnout for millennials on the last presidential election. They ain't like Hillary, they ain't like Trump. A lot of people say, Bernie Sanders out. I ain't got a reason to vote. And they seen what happened to Bernie Sanders. And they still want to do the same old crap again. Like they want President Trump to win in the next presidential election. Because you're going to do the same thing to Bernie like you did 4 years ago, then young people ain't going to turn out again. They're not going to vote Democrat. Okay, I'm like, damn, Bernie got burnt again by the Democratic Party. I ain't going to vote. They asked, you think Bernie Sanders is the worst candidate? That will co-host Witty asked. He said, I don't think there is a question about it. Jim said, adding, I think it's clear to me with this swing voters I can care about. He said, the swing voters I care about Obama voters and Trump voters in the Midwest state, Bernie Sanders is not the candidate we need to beat Donald Trump in November. You see what happens when you're a threat? When you're a threat to the DNC, they send people like Jim out on a press conference to bash Bernie Sanders. Only thing Bernie said, free college for people. They make a medical bill. They make a darn medical program for people. Everybody could be seen. And they said that's not. You don't think they're doing people in rural Georgia who don't have too much opportunity with their parents making like $20,000-$30,000 a year? You don't think they want to just send their children to college without them having plenty of debts? I'm from rural Georgia. I grew up there. There's not too many opportunities for family to send their children to college. Yes, some go. Plenty of them don't go. A lot of them go. They come out with that doing $50,000 a student loan, or $40,000 student loan they got to pay back. They said Sanders poll well in head to head matchup with Trump, but not as well as former Vice President Joe Biden does. And while Sanders supporters rightly complain that the media has been too dismissive of his asset, too dismissive. God damn, what is wrong with me? Too dismissive of his success. He has also managed to escape the close scrutiny of his policy proposals that candidates like Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren have faced. You know why Bernie Sanders have had success? Bernie is a person of the people. I'm not gonna lie. Reason I'm talking and going hard for Bernie, I'm a Bernie supporter. I'm an independent voter. I was riding with Bernie in the last DNC presidential election, well, last Democratic presidential election. And you know what pissed me off the most? When I found out the DNC, who's supposed to be neutral, the DNC ain't supposed to have nobody. You know what I'm saying? DNC supposed to have their mouth shut until the darn primary election came. Then they supposed to be out there trying to get support for their candidate. But no, the DNC, they were out there. They were out and they were trying to get Hillary Clinton. But they got Hillary Clinton with all her baggage, with all the stuff that a lot of people wasn't feeling. But still, with their mission to get Hillary Clinton in to beat Bernie Sanders. They just messed it up, man. They messed it up. They underestimated the voters. You know, they thought the voters just gonna step out because the Democratic Party, they gonna get it. They got it. We don't have to do anything. No. People really wrote. People were really riding for Bernie Sanders. Young adults. I'm not a young adult. I'm for being a young adult. But I was riding for Bernie Sanders. I'm still there riding for Bernie Sanders. I support and campaign for Bernie Sanders anytime. Because I think he's the right person for the run for the election on the Democratic Party. That's just my opinion. And once you do your research and start listening to the 24-hour news network, you'll see Bernie Sanders the best candidate for the Democratic Party. But nope. You got campaign managers out here bashing Bernie. You got Joe Biden out here bashing Bernie. Elizabeth Warren out here bashing Bernie. It took, I forgot what they're doing. The lady who, the national, who was in the reserve, the president count, the lady who in reserve, the president candidate, the Democratic candidate. I forgot what her name is. But I like that tweet that she put out yesterday and and had saying, I like you, Bernie. You know, because what they have it out, like all Democrats hate Bernie. She's like, I like you, Bernie. You know, and the people who don't like Bernie, the old and rich. Because another hypocrisy he said, they said, how you going to pay it? He said the 1% are going to pay for it. I'm going to tax them the correct way. Yep. So he said, I'm going to tax them how they should be taxed. He said these people making billions of dollars a year but paying the same darn taxes as a darn person making $30,000 or $20,000 a year. You know, how is that? How is they paying that less and they making billions of dollars? And these 100 millionaires, like black people's favorite fake philosopher T.I. was on a panel earlier in 2019. They were discussing black issues and all that kind of stuff. Same rich people discussing black issues of smaller, middle class and below people. But here he go. One of the ladies said, you rich. How you gonna tell us something? Wait, no. He said, no, she said, how you gonna go against the Republican? He said, he said something like this. He said, well, I don't care who wins. He said, the Republican win, I might get a great tax cut again, like the other people. Yeah, he said that I might get a great tax cut, just like everybody else. The Republican win. He's like, I don't care. So y'all need to watch these darn snakes and hypocrites. These darn backstabbing Democratic people who trying to force Bernie Sanders' hand. Bernie Sanders getting attacked from at least 3 candidates. Two candidates for sure I know. Joe Biden and Elizabeth Warren. Then he getting attacked from old campaign managers from Obama. Now, you know the DNC sent Bernie Sanders, sent them people out there to attack Bernie Sanders. You know they had a meeting saying, no, you can't let Bernie Sanders win. How come? That's why a lot of people don't vote, man. They see through the trash. They see through the scandal. Just like they talking about, they have talked more about the Grammy controversy when they said the lady said was sexual harassment going on there, and they had people. She think it was a darn scandal with people who was down there below, but now they're getting nominated because they were in the room helping choose. They talk more about the Grammys controversy than they talk about the Democrat controversy going on right now. I'm here. I'm here. They won't talk about it. I'm talking about it. You know, I'm a little small YouTuber, a little country boy from Georgia. You know, I'm a country man from Georgia. And I see the doing political bullshit. I see it. I'm speaking on it. because I'm brown skin / black. Y'all think y'all have my vote? Then the old Democrat, baby. I'm just let you know. Then the old black / brown Democrats who just voted Democrat because they were their skin color. That junk ain't happening no more, man. We're getting too educated. We see through the bullshit and we can choose for ourselves. If our person who we supported is not in a race, why support the race? If you see the person, I see is Bernie Sanders just lost in 2016. I see that. He just got his butt whooped and Hillary just the best candidate. I like, yeah, Hillary did her thing. But no, it was none of that. It was just a great big shit party. It was a great big shit party on the Democrat side. And the youth, the 18-year-olds, especially the ones just get out of high school and ones in college and stuff, they seen the same junk. Y'all think these young people just partying, studying books? No. You actually got young people out here paying attention to the politics, paying attention to what's going on. So Democrats, y'all need to change y'all strategy. Instead of going against the popular voter who y'all don't want, y'all need to put backing behind him. But nope, y'all not gonna do it. Y'all out there now. If Bernie even get a chance, if he win the nominee for the Democratic Party, y'all getting the Republican Party fuel to fight against him. I never understood that. I never understood how the candidates bash each other, and then you're like, okay, I'm the president nominee, and the Republicans just been sitting back, just taking notes. Like, oh, I ain't know that. Thank you. I'm gonna use this. Come on, people. Come on, people. Like I said, I know I would sound biased and all that kind of stuff because I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter. I'm not getting paid for this. Bernie Sanders don't even know me. Nobody in his campaign know me. Nobody contact me or do email, none of that stuff. Nobody from the Democratic Party contact me or nothing. Matter of fact, like I said, I'm bipartisan. They'll call my sweetie or send her something in the mail about what's going on with the Democratic Party. I don't receive nothing. I don't receive nothing at all. I'm an independent voter. Republican don't send me nothing. No email or none of them mail or regular mail. Ask me to support somebody in their party. No. They don't do that. I'm an independent voter. That's it. That's all. And that will go. That's how I'm gonna end my voting. I'm gonna be independent voter. All right, thank you for watching this video. If you're a Bernie Sanders supporter, get out there and vote for Bernie. Don't vote because it's Democratic Party. Don't vote because Joe Biden is the popular name because he was the vice president of President Obama. Don't vote because Elizabeth Warren is a woman who feel that she was being discriminated against. Called Bernie Sanders a liar. So when she didn't shake Bernie's hand, she had drew the line in the dirt. She had been bought by the Democratic Party. It's time for me to go against Bernie. She had drew the line. And I don't even know that dude from Indiana. I don't even know his name. I know he was the mayor of Indiana, but every time they mention him, like the mayor of Indiana, they bring up he gay. Come on, people. It's this man. I understand this man not ashamed of his lifestyle, what he prefer as his mate. I understand that, but you don't have to say the gay mayor from Indiana, the presidential candidate. You don't have to say that. When a man said he was gay, okay, you're gay. But you don't have to keep saying that. Come on. Do better, Democrat. Let this election play out like it should play out. Let it be organic, man. Let this election be organic. All this doing red tape. It's so much red tape. God damn it. You can just paint up doing a house with it. That much red tape. Use it as wallpaper. That's going on in the Democrat Party right now. I'm about to end this video right here. I want you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share. Once again, if you support my page, I will support your page. If you subscribe to my channel, I will subscribe to your channel. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll talk to you later.